All right, when I was young, I remember I was trying too hard to be somebody I wasn't. When I learned a painful lesson, I wanted to win a girl over, and she liked certain types of guys. So I tried to be the guys that she liked rather than being myself. And it didn't go over well. I remember one time I was sitting on the stoop moping. Father came out and asked me what was going on. I told him what happened. We had a good conversation, but I'll never forget what he told me. He said, always be the best you can possibly be. Be the best man you can possibly be. GentCulture, up next. Dame, hit it. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Dan, go on mute. Welcome to the podcast of GentCulture. I am the Black Knight. For those who are new to GentCulture, this is where we discuss things about being a gentleman. I always talk about how important it is for a black man to be a gentleman at all times. Classy, self-control, decent, integrity, honor, things like that. So the title is The Best Man. And it's about being the best man that you can be at all times, regardless of what people say. Now, we have the term simp thrown around. Nice guys finish last. Women like bad boys. So forth or whatever. You're telling women what they want to hear. So people try to shame you from being a decent human being. I noticed that in today's culture, especially with my black people, they try to shame you from being a decent human being. If you are nice and kind to a woman, if you give a woman a compliment or say something nice to her, you are a simp. But I guess you're supposed to be cussing women out, beating them in the head with a big caveman club, grabbing them by the hair and dragging them on the ground. I guess that's supposed to be acceptable behavior from a lot of the brothers today, but that's not the way it was when I was growing up. That kind of behavior was forbidden. We didn't do stuff like that. I come from the world of paying a lady a compliment. Just because you give a woman a compliment doesn't mean that you're telling her what she wants to hear, the way some of the sissy bims and the manospheres put it. Well, as far as they're concerned, you can't say nothing nice to a woman. Hell, you say something nice to a woman, you the public enemy number one. You the devil himself. You're a super simp. If you say to a woman, "Hey, I like your hair. Your hair looks gorgeous. You look great," and she smiles, "Oh, you're a simp." Damn, I can't pay a woman a compliment without getting called out on my name? Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not really emotional like that, So, but it is kind of funny how if you care or if you show love to a woman, you are put in the category where they say that you are against men, you are a simp, you're weak, you're a bum, you're all of these bad things if you want to show love to a woman. See, back in the 70s, we didn't give a damn about any of that. We didn't pay shit. But as a matter of fact, guys didn't say stuff like that. Not to our faces. Because, I come from that era, that black and blue era where we shot fair was in the streets. So you just didn't run down on people and just say any old kind of crazy thing. Especially if you wanted to keep all your teeth. But I guess behind the keyboard, you can say whatever you want. You can be as tough as you want. You can be as Billy Badass as you want behind the keyboard. Right? You can be that famed YT gangster, that YouTube gangster, holding it down on the mean YouTube streets, as many of you call it. But a gentleman never plays out. A gentleman is always in demand by women. Women love gentlemen. Just ask them. Don't take my word for it. I'm not the woman guru. Go ask the women. They love gentlemen. Gentlemen are kind. Gentlemen are decent. They're courteous. They're respectful. They got manners. They exercise self-control. They don't sound like a bad porno movie every time they have a conversation. So being kind and being decent to a woman, there is nothing wrong with that. And don't let anyone shame you for reaching out to a woman and being kind. Being kind to a woman doesn't mean that you're telling her all the things that she wants to hear. Hell, if you're doing that, then you're not being honest. If you are being nice to a woman, that doesn't mean that you're telling her all the things that she wants to hear. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're a simp. Don't let people shame you out of being a decent man, a decent person, a decent human being. Because at the end of the day, that is what will allow you to win with women. Self-control, manners, kindness, strength, integrity, honor. The ones who are saying that you're a simp for being these things are the ones losing. That's why they're calling you names. The gentleman is winning. Now, all this stuff about nice guys finish last, I don't know anything about that. I'm a nice guy. I never finished last in anything. So I'm not sure where they got that from. And bad boys don't impress me. I'm not afraid of bad boys, so I don't know what that's about either. I think because you're nice, people consider you weak. They take kindness and niceness for weakness, which is a big mistake. But they make it anyway. But there's nothing wrong with being kind, having manners when you're talking to a woman. There's nothing wrong with exercising self-control when you're talking to a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. There's everything good about it. Hey, don't take my word for it. Just ask the women. They'll tell you themselves. I'm not telling you anything that they wouldn't tell you. But they expect you to be a gentleman. Now, we have this culture now that hate women. And for some reason, a lot of our young brothers are joining this culture. Well, let me be the first to tell you, joining a culture like that will turn you into an absolute loser. And you will also lose your sexuality because eventually you'll slowly turn into a homosexual. So that's the culture as a man you don't want to join. You don't want to join a hate culture that's geared towards women. You want to stay away from that as a man. That's not something you want to do. Stop reading Mac books that degrade women and tell you that women are hoes and strags and that's the way you should talk to them. Stop reading garbage like that. That stuff screws with your mind. It messes your mind up. It screws with your integrity, your honor. You don't address women that way. Nothing wrong with addressing a woman properly with some respect and some manners. We have mothers, many of us, some of our mothers are still alive, some sadly aren't. But I'm sure your mother taught you better manners than that. See, back in my day, the way we were groomed, because I said before, we were groomed to be husbands. So our teachings were a little bit different. And when a lady was present, we were on our best behavior. That's what we were taught. We could be cutting up and acting out, but as soon as a lady comes into the room or a lady comes to the vicinity, we straighten up. We sit up straight. We straighten out our clothes. We switch the way we talk. We start speaking more proper and with some respect and manners in the presence of a lady. That is an attribute of a gentleman. Have some class in the presence of a lady. Not this barbaric, fuck this woman. Oh, say what I want to say. See, that doesn't make you, all of this fake machismo doesn't impress anyone. You have to understand men and women are different. And seeing you read these Mac books, and you get to the point where you think men and women are the same. So the way you act around men, you start to act around them, and it doesn't work. Men and women are different. They're much more sensitive than we are. They think about things more than we do. They don't like everything we like. They don't like certain kinds of behavior. Certain kinds of behavior drives them crazy. But they do like a gentleman. They appreciate a gentleman. So if you want to start winning with women, I suggest you learn how to be a gentleman if you're not one already, because that's what's going to get you in the win column. Sitting here following homosexuals and homosexuals in waiting, talking crazy about women, saying that they have no value and they're hoes and strags or whatever, that is going to get you in the loser category. And you will stay losing. As a matter of fact, you will start losing so bad that it'll get to the point where if you're not losing, you're going to think something is wrong with you. And then you're going to become bitter like some of these old cranks who sound like bitter old black women. And you're going to be lonely. Then you're going to have your tongue out. And then you're going to try to jump on any woman you can. You're probably going to turn into a pervert because you're losing. Can't win with women. And you have yourself to blame for it because you don't want to be a gentleman, something that women like. Now, some of you Negroes have a lot of pride, but you don't know how to use it. You use it the wrong way. Oh, I'm too proud to say something nice to a woman. I'm too proud to get a woman a gift. Well, that's going to get you in the loser category too. Women like gifts. Nothing wrong with buying a woman a gift. Nothing wrong with showing your appreciation for what kind of person she is. Nothing wrong with having a decent conversation with her. Some of you probably think that if you sat down and you had a decent conversation with a woman and you were respectful, that your friends may ridicule you or chase you home from school. Stop it with that nonsense. Grow up. A man walks to the beat of his own drum. You think I give a damn about what these people think here on social media? They call me all kinds of shit. Hell, they call me things I never even heard of before. But does that stop me from being decent to a woman? Absolutely not. Does it stop me from being a gentleman? Absolutely not. They can call me names until their tongues fall out. I'm still going to be a gentleman. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm still going to have manners. I'm still going to be kind and decent to a woman. I'm not about to let some losers change my character and steal my decency. A strong man is who he is, regardless of who has something to say about it. So you want to be a gentleman, walk around here and be a gentleman. To hell with what's saying in the manosphere, the sissy bins, man, to hell with all them dudes. They don't have any women. They're losing. So I guess if you want to learn how to lose, that's who you listen to. But if you want to learn how to win, become a gentleman. No, I'm not selling no Mac books. I'm not selling no pimp books. I'm not selling no how-to books. I'm just simply giving you some quick advice. You want to learn how to win. I'm sorry, you want to win with women? Learn how to be a gentleman. It goes a long way. Now, it's not the only thing, but it's a big part of a relationship with a woman. But make sure it's who you are for real, though. Don't put on a show. Don't put on some fake gentleman manners, and that's not who you are for real. It has to be genuine. It has to be a part of you. It has to be something that you are, so it doesn't wear off later. And then you get exposed, and then you start losing. Now, if you learn how to be a gentleman and you start winning, the ones who are losing are going to hate you for it. And they're going to turn it up. Not sure why men are interested in what other men are doing when it comes. But it seems like we have a lot of nosy men now. How about that? In the 60s and the 70s, you wouldn't associate being nosy with a man. That would be something that you would associate with a woman, you know? Women are nosy. Women are very curious, not men. Now, you got a lot of nosy men. You got a lot of men who can't wait to gossip and spew drama. And I know a lot of these dudes can't do anything else but talk on YouTube. That's it. And this is why they are losing. I mean, if YouTube is all you got, I mean, God bless you. Maybe at least you're not out committing crimes. Be the best YouTuber you can possibly be. Don't sit up here and try to make the rest of us think that you're doing something important to help the black community because you're running your mouth on YouTube. But there's nothing wrong with buying a woman flowers, holding her hand every now and then. There's nothing wrong with, you know, saying something heartfelt to her. There's nothing wrong with that. These are things that men do who are into women. Women love, they love love. You know, they love to feel love. They love to feel wanted. They love to feel needed. Feed those things, but be real about it. Don't feed them and be fake. Don't feed them just to get them in bed. Feed them if you only want the woman. If you're really into the woman, then feed those things. If you're not into the woman like that, then respectfully bow out. Don't lead a woman on. That's not cool. Let me tell you something. All you bums who take advantage of women, who have women buying you things like you're some kind of 9-year-old, like you can't go out here and get a job and buy your own stuff, having them buy you all these expensive toys, and you running around flexing with your boys, something that you didn't earn. See, back in my day, you couldn't come around us bragging about something you didn't earn. Because we were really into being men, strong men. You had to earn your way. I see all you punks manipulating women. You're taking advantage of a woman's kindness. You're taking advantage of a woman's nurturing and loving nature. And you think that makes you a man. You think that's cool. You think that's funny. You pimping hoes. And you got the woman doing all kinds of crazy things because she's in love with you. She believes in you. She's giving you every chance in the world And all you're doing is using her and making a fool out of her because you a damn fool. You a piece of shit. So don't come at me talking about, well, the woman should have did it. No, no, no. How about you not be a piece of shit? Then we won't get into this conversation about the woman looking like a fool and the woman looking like this. We won't get that far. How about you, as a person, as a man, not be a piece of shit? Where is your integrity as a man? Why doesn't it bother you that you are a piece of shit? And make no mistake about it. Those of you who ain't shit, know you ain't shit. So I got a problem with you knowing you ain't shit and you're tricking a woman into believing that you're something you're not. Like you trick her into thinking that you're a good guy, you're a gentleman, and you done brought her trust. But then your true colors show later on. She realized that, you know, sometimes a little bit too late, after you done took her to the cleaners, she realized that you're a piece of shit. And she started to kick herself. You see, this is what makes some women hate men. This kind of dishonesty, this kind of one second. Sorry about that. Yeah, this kind of dishonesty, this kind of deception. And then guys want to say, well, it was the woman's fault because she went with him. See, I don't look at it that way. I'm a cause guy. I look at what started everything. That matters to me. Because if you didn't start it, we wouldn't be here. It's kind of like taking ice cream out of a freezer and putting it on the counter and letting it melt, and then blame someone else for not putting it back in the freezer. See, some of you are going to blame the person for not putting it back in the freezer, the person that didn't know it was out in the first place. See, I'm going to blame the person who took it out. Why did you take it out? You knew it was on the counter. Why did you leave it there? Why didn't you not come back? Why didn't you come back and check on it? It's your fault it melted. See, with me, we're not going to get to, well, somebody else should have put it back up. No, I don't play those games. You took the ice cream out. You're responsible for it being out. So we got a lot of guys talking about, well, there's accountability on both sides. They're blame to go around both sides. See, I don't see it that way. See, the way I see it, one side fucked up the other side. Had the side that fucked up the other side not fucked up the other side wouldn't be fucked up. Oh, damn. Whoa. My bad. Let me relax. This is GentCulture. I almost went into a gangster talk. Let me slow it down. Whoa. Sometimes I get a little out of my bad. This is supposed to be a gangster talk. But yeah, so when you have men, okay, brothers, as a gentleman, don't look to manipulate women. Don't feed into this negative culture, this self-destructive culture that have you manipulating women. Don't feed into that. Stay out of that. Resist that. Be the guy that's going to start a new culture, a gent culture, to where we aren't womanizing our women, to where we are decent to our women and children. Nothing wrong with a grown man having manners. I still have manners today out here in the real world. I'm 53 years old. When I go to places, I'm very respectful. I have manners. Never too old to have manners. Being a gentleman will get you winning with women. You'll start winning. And eventually you're going to land one of them. I'm not saying it's easy. Let's stop treating our women like they're objects that you purchase in a department store. Objects that you purchase on sale in a department store. Let's not say things like, let's not think childish like, well, if you buy her a bottle, she'll give you sex. Let's think more of our women than that. Let's not put our women in that kind of low category. You see, when you're thinking low about your women like that, then you tend not to respect them. And that's where you go wrong. Because once you don't respect them, then all of these other negative things start to come into play. So how about we have a higher way of thinking about our women. Let's not think that if we buy them a bottle of wine, that they'll sleep with us. That's a very low level way of thinking. How about we think of our women much better than that? Let's try that. Let's start thinking of our women higher than that. Give that a try and see if that starts to clean up some of the chaos between black men and black women today and bring us closer together. If we want to be connected to our women the way we should be, then we have to start making the efforts to get closer. Understanding, kindness, integrity, honor. Be nice. You're dealing with women, be nice. Not saying be a doormat or a sucker. I'm saying be nice, have some manners, be respectful. You're dealing with women. You're not dealing with other men. With guys, you can talk any old kind of way because we don't give a F, right? Women, you can't do that. You just can't come around women talking any old kind of way you want. Show them some respect. Show them some respect. Talk to them like you have some sense. Exercise some sexual self-control. Don't every time you say something sound like a bad porno flick. Women aren't just here for us to have sex with. They're far more than that. There's so many things that they bring to your life. Let me tell you something about not being lonely. Being lonely is a really powerful thing. When there's nobody around, there's no one you can turn to. You open up your window and you yell, no one's around to listen. You get in your car and you drive to the gas station and you pump your own gas because there's no one there. You go inside to pay for your gas and there's no one there. Okay, well, that's somebody's going to be there to get your money. But anyway, being lonely is really a terrible, terrible place to be. Women put a stop to that. And not only do they put a stop to it, they bring something else with it. They bring coziness. They bring affection. Someone you can cuddle up with, someone you can cozy up with, someone that you can sit by a warm fireplace and drink some brandy. Someone you can talk to while you're laying down in the bed, someone you can hold, someone you can make love to. See, they bring all of these tangibles, they bring all of these things to annihilate loneliness. Show them some respect. They bring a lot to the table. I know I've heard people say, well, what do black women bring to the table? Those men are silly. That sounds like something a gay man would say. Because real men already know what women bring to the table. Heterosexual men, straight men, we know what women bring to the table. You'll never catch a straight heterosexual male running around here talking about, you know what? What do women bring to the table? What do black women bring to the table? If you were the guy, ladies, and he's asking you what do you bring to the table, you might want to check to see if he got a boyfriend on the side. Seriously. Because that's not something a straight male, heterosexual male would say. Straight males already know the value of women. We've known them pretty much from day one when we were taught by our fathers and schooled by our fathers. We pretty much know who women are, what they are, and what they're capable of and what they bring to the table. We don't need to go around and ask. We already know what time it is. So you were the guy, and all of a sudden you turn around talking about something. You know what? What do black women bring to the table? You might want to check to see if you got a boyfriend on the side. Might be cheating on you with your brother. Might be cheating on you with one of your male cousins. Hell, he might be cheating on you with the man at the grocery store. Because that's not something a straight heterosexual male would even think about. We already know what time it is. But getting back to gent culture, we want to start a culture of gentlemen here on the Ebony Star Network. And we got a couple of gentlemen that's already down with the E Nation. My brother, gentleman, Mr. Aaron Collins, Hassan Burton, Kendall Rowland, Morris Anthony. We're growing a list of brothers in here who are gentlemen. Oh, I see my man Aaron. Okay, he in the chat. Hey, guys! As soon as the Lady Dan get back, I'm gonna drop the link, man. I want y'all to come up, powwow with me for a minute. hey, Collins, man. Hey, Dan, drop the link, man. My brothers are in the chat. Drop the link. Hey, Collins and Bird, man. If y'all got time, come on up, man. Let's hang out for a minute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, check to see if that wrist is limp. I'm sorry about the interruption, y'all. Your Collins is crazy, man. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with being decent to your woman. Don't let these guys shame you out of being a decent human being. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to be kind to a woman, be kind to a woman. You want to buy a woman a small gift, some chocolates, some candy, do it. Make them smile. It's worth it. Be a winner. Don't be a loser with women. Learn how to be a winner. Gentlemen are winners. SYSBMs, Manners Queers, Red Pills, those are your losers. Those are losers. That's why they're losing every day with women. They don't have any women. Gentlemen are winners. And with that being said, let me welcome to the GentCulture platform, Mr. Aaron Collins. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, my brother? Yeah, I see you saw my comment. I mean, and you know what? Now that I think about it, that's probably an insult to actual gay dudes, because even gay dudes don't even act like a lot of these dudes on YouTube. A lot of these gay dudes seem like they acting more masculine than these dudes that's on these platforms. Uh-oh. You still
Oh,
there,
he
Dane?
dropped off. He'll be back. He must
Yeah.
have got into an area.
All
But
right. You know what I'm saying though, Dame? How you doing, Dame? Queen
I'm
Dame in the
doing good.
building.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I mean, real men love being in the presence of women.
Yes, absolutely.
So someone asked me, man, how come you always around these females, man? How come you ain't never around no brothers? Because I'm a
Exactly.
man and I love being around women.
That's right. Men love being around women. I was telling Dame that, man. We don't even like being around. If there ain't no women around, we won't even hang out with each other unless we playing basketball or football or something. If we come together, it's got to be something we're doing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? There's got to be some kind of event. And even that, there's women around. Even we playing basketball in the park, there's girls there. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Hey, so we don't ask women what they bring to. We already know what women bring to the table. Okay? We know what women are. That's why I say, ladies, if a man is asking you that, if he your boyfriend, and he just turn around and out of the blue and say to you what the black woman bring to the table, you might want to check to see if he's cheating on you with another dude. Because that's not something a heterosexual man would ask you.
if he asks you what you bringing to the table, you need to tell him, well, I know what I ain't bringing to the house.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It is a shame when your mama can recognize it and you can't. Like, what you doing with that? Boy, that boy like he got sugar in the tank.
Hmm.
Like, no, mom, he just dresses well. That's all. He a metrosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
A metrosexual.
you better make sure Mr. Metrosexual don't be asking you to borrow your eyeliner and all that.
You know, we get into fights with at the female clothing stores and shit. But yeah, Kyle was talking about gent culture and the art of being a gentleman and how gentlemen win with women. You know, this
Right.
this this loser culture that we have now that attack women. You know, I was telling the brothers that's the loser side. Okay, you're not going to win with women on that side. Okay, come to the winning side. Learn how to be a gentleman. There's nothing wrong with being decent and kind to a female. There's nothing wrong with that.
I bet these dudes be sitting up there arguing with women and trying to fight them for they lace pumps and I mean they lace fronts and red pumps.
We're probably going to see that on World Star Hip Hop at some point.
Hmm.
Some dude fighting a girl over weave.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna. I believe that's coming at some point,
I
if it
saw it
hasn't
first.
already happened.
I saw it first, bitch. You don't
Hmm.
take my weave. Hmm.
Wow, wow. I mean, is it really gotten that bad now to where we're sitting up here speculating on things happening like that? You know, back in the '70s, we would never think about nothing like that. You wouldn't hear us saying, "Man, I believe these guys are going to be acting like when we wouldn't even." If you would have told me back in 1975 that we would have men like the ones you see on social media, I would have thought you was crazy. We were so pro black back then. We were so manly back then. I would have been like, nah, man, ain't no black men like that even
Hmm.
exist. You crazy.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, Max, me and you pretty much come from the same era, so yeah, I feel the same
Hmm.
way. This right here, this is some brand new shit going on today.
Exactly. I was
'Cause
telling the, I was telling Lady Dame, I don't recognize these types of. I don't know what kind of dudes these are. I ain't never seen no dudes like this before, bro.
I tell you what, when I was in my 20s, if I saw a dude wearing some skinny jeans, I'd have been like, "What the hell is his problem?"
Not only that, but you got guys right trying to solidify their masculinity, talking about some. Yo, I wear high heels. I ain't gay. Shit. I
Okay,
wear
so
high
why you
heel
wearing high
boots.
heels? Yeah,
Yeah, you only wear high heels. I wear high heel boots. I ain't gay. What the hell do you think high heel do? What?
yeah. Real men don't wear merchants.
I
We wear backpacks.
I was talking about that, the miner's backpack
Hmm.
and how niggas is wearing it for style and whatnot. They ain't got no tools in it. Oh, they ain't got no tools and they just don't even know what the hell it's meant for. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So, but yeah, and so we have to build a gentleman culture, and I was telling these brothers, don't let people shame you from being a decent person. It's okay to pay a woman a compliment. Just because you tell a woman her hair looks nice doesn't mean you telling her what she want to hear. Her hair looks nice. If it looks
Yeah.
nice, it looks nice. Damn, you can't pay a woman a compliment? That's where we come from. We come from that era where we brought women flowers, candy, we paid them compliments. We took them out. You know, we had fun on dates. We made them laugh. This is how you win, bro. That formula still works. That's how you win. You're not going to win with calling them strags, hoes, talking about they're in the matriarchy, and which is ridiculous. And talking about we should be the first of all, you Negroes. I wish you stop talking about patriarchy. You're too weak to establish a patriarchy. You got to be strong to establish a patriarchy. You Negroes are too weak for that. Hell, you can't even take care of the communities you come from. Talking about establishing some damn patriarchy. Stop it. You ain't built like that. You're too weak and cowardly to have a patriarchy. That's why you're following the white man's patriarchy. That's why you're under him. That's why you're seeking refuge from him, thinking it's sad when you run into your enemy and you're seeking refuge. And we got brothers right now who are trying to copy what white men are doing. Now we
Yeah, that
got
was the
brothers.
whole. That's the whole purpose of the Negro Manosphere. They copying
Right.
him, trying to get his validation.
Mm-hmm. That guy's up there, sitting up there, and the white dudes don't even accept y'all like that.
I said that too. They sure don't, and I made that
Yeah,
clear.
they're over there talking about y'all, calling y'all the N word, calling y'all monkeys and dopes and porch monkeys, all kinds of stuff.
Hmm. Matter of
Well,
fact, I think it was on one of the. I think it was fantastic. A few months ago, it was actually a white dude on one of their panels disrespecting them on their own panel,
yeah.
and you wonder why people like Cynthia G and whoever else be getting Nyla and the rest of them be getting up there clowning these y'all asses.
Well,
Matter of
they're
fact,
out. Uh,
so I'm about to say, matter of fact, I didn't even know what a gynocracy was until I came to Black YouTube.
yeah, gynocracy, matriarchy. Man, really? I
Yeah,
ain't never been affected by any of that stuff.
nope.
I walked around here talking about, wow, this is a gynocracy. Let me stop being a man. I mean, come on. Some of the weakest things I ever heard, man. All these excuses for not being a man. All these excuses for not being responsible. I don't never hear these dudes sitting up here talking about taking care of these seeds that they got out in the street that are being raised by a pack of wolves and who've lost their mind out here killing women and children. We did a show a couple of days back where a guy shot his 3-year-old child 3 times. 3 times. The child survived, but he had every intentions on killing that child. You shoot a baby 3 times, you intend to kill that child.
Yeah, why did he shoot the child anyway? I was always trying to figure that out. The
Because
child got
he
crushed or
because
something?
from what I understand, he tried to hate the mother. Hey, Dame. No, I think she may have fell off. But I think that he hated the mother so much that he wanted to hurt the mother.
By trying to kill
Let
his
me see
own
if Dame.
child.
Yeah, Dame, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
She
here.
just came. Hey, Dame, the story about the guy who shot his kid 3 times. Did he do it because he hated the mother or something like that?
Um. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, he did. It did because he was. Well, actually, they don't really know because he spends time with the child. Uh. He picked up the child, walked her down the street. The child was talking to her, and he said something to her. Next thing you know, he pulled out a gun and shot her. 3 years old. Don't know why. And then he shot himself before anybody could stop him. Now the one with the boy, he got caught in something. They still trying to figure out if it has something to do with his dad. Um, mhm.
And this is what they don't want us to talk about, Aaron. You know, they want us to turn a blind eye to what's going on in our own communities. If you bring this stuff up, oh, that's white supremacy. You talking about black on black crime. What were we supposed to do? Be quiet about it?
Yeah, exactly.
We're not
Okay,
supposed to
so
say that we got lunatics running around in our community, murdering our women and children. We're
mhm,
supposed to be quiet about that.
that's exactly what we supposed to do, and they expect us to do it. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's black on black crime, okay, and now that we established that it is actually black on black crime, what are we gonna do about it?
See, I blame this culture of hatred for women. With
Hmm.
all of this hatred that these guys are spewing out, and they got 900 people in their chat listening to them. A lot of those people, man, are 20-year-old black males, 24-year-old black males who are being influenced by this hatred.
It's scary too. It's scary to me that this
Hmm.
generation is being turned into moist women killers.
Yeah, I never looked at it that way. That's a good point. Men who have emotions like females carrying guns, acting out like that. I never looked at it that way. Because you definitely don't have a lot of manliness going on today. These podcasts, these dudes got lips. I mean, and they sound very, soft and feminine. I'm like, man, I ain't got no bass in your voice. Nobody sound rugged anymore. Where the real men at?
Yeah, you
You
got
know what I'm saying?
all these soft cuddly niggas.
Yeah, all sound like the black version of Mr. Rogers and shit. Like, man, and you want the black woman to submit to that? What is she submitting to? You guys don't even have an image anymore that's worth respecting. Nobody respects us anymore. People are laughing at us, man. I was talking to a couple of Hindus a month ago. Man, they think we're a joke. Man, they called us pathetic. Talking about we treat our women, out of all of the men in the world, we treat our women the worst. It's a foreign man saying that.
That's bad.
Yeah. We treat our women the worst. Even Malcolm X said you can't rise, that you can't rise no higher than this woman. And so, but the Gen culture, we're trying to combat pimp culture because I believe pimp culture is also the culprit and at the core of this hatred. Because pimps teach boys to womanize and brutalize and disrespect women and don't value the lives of women. And these dudes got to stop reading these damn pimp books, these Mac books. You got to cut that shit out. These damn pimp books gonna have you hating women so much you're gonna turn into a homosexual.
Well, if you notice, pimp culture is kind of directly aligned with LGBT behavior. If you look at how they dress, I mean, look at the character Money Mike in Friday After Next.
Right.
Notice how he had his hair all whipped up and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then you look at guys like what's the famous one they like? Iceberg Slim. They're like an old black woman. Yeah.
And there's Iceberg Slim, Bishop Magic Don Juan.
Yeah, looking like somebody's grandmother. I mean, how the hell are you gonna see these guys dress up like women, wear stuff that women wear, and you think they're straight? And that's somebody you want to look at. I had some fool in here a couple of days ago, Black Giver TV, talking about pimps taught us the game. See, that's your problem, thinking everything's a game. Only black men are running around here talking about some damn game. Nobody else is talking. No other race of men are talking like that. Only black men are running around talking about, yo, it's the game, it's the game, it's the game. That's why you can't win at the game. That's why you can't win at life, because you keep thinking it's a damn game. Everything is game. Everything is game.
Now check this out. Look at the dynamic, and I'm going back to Friday After Next. If you see the cycle, right? See the psychological thing. If you notice how he was being disrespectful and dogging that woman, right? But when old boy Damon, who just got the pen, was trying to get his booty, he fainted.
Yeah.
So, and if you even look at what he was wearing, the type of underwear he was wearing, I'm like, this nigga's wearing panties damn near.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't stand up. He grabbed the pliers and grabbed his nuts with him. But the fact that the dude looked at him in the way where he just wanted to go in and say, oh, I'm gonna have this one.
And you know what? A lot of this is feeble-minded thinking. A lot of these guys feed into trends, psychological trends, right? They say, if you're like, we was talking the other day about if your woman made more money than you, how would you feel? You know, you got some guys who resent women who make more money because they feel that the woman is emasculating you. She's not doing anything to you.
And for something simple like making more money, wow.
Yeah, that's your weak mind conjuring up all this BS. My wife used to make more money than me, and I loved it. I had no problem with it. I could save my little bit of change. Now I make more money than her. I had a minute, but hell, shit, I welcomed it. Got no problem with no woman making more money than me. What is that supposed to mean? I'm supposed to stop being a man because a woman is making more money than me? That's that weak shit. These dudes are mentally weak, man. Oh, she's making more money than me, so I got to stop functioning. I got to stop striving.
If you notice in some of the pimp movies and stuff, if you notice how the pimp talks, he even sounds effeminate. Say, bitch, get out on the corner. You better make all my money. You better have all my money. Or I'm gonna whoop your ass, bitch.
Sound like a big old female bully and shit. You know what I'm saying? Overgrown female bully that's bullying women.
Yep.
You know, and I can't believe that these dudes follow guys like that. Like, why are you following Iceberg Slim? You can't see what he is. Walking around here like a drag queen. You can't see that.
Yep.
You know, I mean, man, this pimp culture thing has got to be broken up because, and then you got Snoop Dogg, we don't love these hoes and all this stuff. Our women are being referred to as hoes. We got to stop addressing our women like that and start addressing them properly. Well, with that being said, we got to get out of here because we got ladies' night to do in like, what, 2 hours, Dane? We coming on the 6th tonight.
More like 3 and 15.
Okay, get the music ready. Hey, Aaron, thanks for coming up, man. We got to get out of here. We got to get prepared for ladies' night. We'll be back on at 6
All
with
right, man.
ladies' night.
I always enjoy coming up here with you and Dame.
I know. you
Hmm.
know, and, ladies, make sure he ain't got no limp wrist, right, Aaron?
Yeah, that's
Make sure
right.
that thing.
Make sure he ain't in your eyeshadow or in your feminine accessories. Make sure he ain't trying on your lace front or your red pump. And definitely make sure he ain't going in your sanitary napkins. That's gonna be a show enough problem.
No doubt. All right, y'all. This has been Gen Culture. We'll probably do one again next week. This is where we talk about being a gentleman. Okay, we got a little bit off to something else, but we'll be back next week with Gen Culture, and then we'll talk about something else. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Ladies' Night coming up at 6 p.m. tonight. Peace, power, and unity. Dame, get us out of here. We'll see y'all tonight.
Through the ghetto and the projects of Queens, I gotta get to you cause you do them things to me, my love shows. Nobody knows how my adrenaline flows into the heights it goes. And then yo, see, cause when you're feeling me up, you're enough when you're ready for that nut. I'll be that buttercup and I catch every drop. You got a chick who lock, I go to the storm and